And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Arizona Cardinals and the Minnesota Vikings. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now back to throw. Lets it fly for Thielen. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamar Taylor. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. After the interception, here's Rosen. Caught left side, Williams. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A huge play there for Arizona. 42 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And, Brandon, as we continue to see, so much of the influence on this game is now coming from those hybrid-type players. In this case, strong safety, not worried about covering the pass. What a play on the run.
Tackled for a loss.
Yeah, forget the pregame introductions. Introduced himself with authority on that play.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck roll that they can fall back on anymore.
Lucky 56.
3rd and long here for Rosen. Going for it all. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. The kick by Tavecchio is good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. So the opening drive stalls out, but the field goal does get them the first points of the night.
And 3 points, not to be underestimated. How about this, right? You're on the road. You're under the lights. National television audience. This is not a dress rehearsal, partner. This is for real. And a pretty nice opening statement.
Now the Vikings now heading onto the field.
Detroit! Detroit!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one goes for 24 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football. And at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
On second down, here's Rosen. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. And look at this, it's a fake. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, it looked like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. They start the drive with Cook. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
For those who watch the game and want to question the courage of the guys who play on the corner, how about when you see a toss sweep coming your way, yet you still go into the backfield, get past the blockers, and make the tackle? That's big league.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Dancing to his left. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. No, no, no.
third down. He'll drop to throw. Looking deep downfield. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked off down near the 5. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. That's an experienced DB picking off a rookie, and you know sometimes those experienced DBs, they love going against the young pups, don't they?
And I go back to the offseason, had a quick conversation with him about, hey, when you play younger quarterbacks, what's it like for you? And he says it's like being a boxer. I give him a lot of different angles, a lot of different looks, and a lot of times I just bait the young guy.
And there he baited him right into the interception. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He went backwards there 8 yards, and it brings up third down.
Well, so much for all the time that you spend in practice, because for offensive linemen and running backs to get in sync, that requires a ton of practice time, a ton of watching tape together, a ton of really getting to where you're thinking with one mind on every single play that's called, every single run, because you want to know how your guy's going to block it. They want to know how he's going to run it, what kind of cuts he's going to make, and it's really anticipatory. And when you're really locked in together, you know what he's going to do before he actually does it. On this play, that didn't happen at all, and that turned into a big loss.
Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And out now come the Vikings. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And now running right through it. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Open here, Adam Thielen. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. And give him a gain of 37.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right, because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
Nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. A good pickup there at 22. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. And he'll take this one down inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You may also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. They'll run for it with Cook. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Carlson now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations. But a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Underneath for Johnson. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. The Cardinals on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Anthony Barr in there to drop him for a loss of 10, and it'll be 4th and long. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now out comes Minnesota. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Detroit! Gone! Gone!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Going deep for Diggs. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, look at that, Chuck. A rookie picked the rookie on that play.
How about that? Is that rookie-on-rookie crime? But you know what happens, too. If you're a rookie defender, you tend to adjust to the game a little bit quicker than if you're a quarterback. Too many things still going through his mind. And on that play, the rookie defender won the battle.
Here's Rosen to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. And that one results in 35 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
It's been my observation. There's been a nice variety of play calling to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
From the gun, it's Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. So 1:51 to go in this first half of play. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll run with Cook. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals, as they'll talk it over here before what'll be an important 3rd down.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
They come out here in the eye. Back to throw here. And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up 4th.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. So out now come the Cardinals. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Screenplay, Johnson. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 7 yards there on the first down screenplay. Cardinals got to go quickly, hustling to the line.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up...
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. The Cardinals on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Now Rosen looking to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down just inside the 10, back at the 9. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Arizona. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taking it about the 36. So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And this is a spot late in the clock near midfield, though. Maybe take a couple chances, see if you get in field goal range.
You do that if you have trust. And this should be a position now where the great ones, they relish this opportunity to try and put points on the board.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Miles Jack in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. So we've come upon halftime, an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 2nd down, Rosen throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st down, it's Rosen. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. Despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Rosen will throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, from what we've seen thus far, this is not a formula for winning football. When you have more turnovers than points scored, that's a tough way to try and win a game.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On 2nd down, Cook. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, That would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
He'll look to throw. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They run it again with Cook. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a third down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's first and goal.
These type of plays are backbreakers for our defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up first and goal inside the 10.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. He'll drop to throw. His throw incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on third and goal here.
Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. Detroit.
Now back to throw. He may try and run for this. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The kick by Carlson is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line.